Right then.
Right then.
Evening, everyone.
Evening all.
So, already we've got quite a few people. Amanda, who was here at 6:30. I love you too. Your cruise espresso was informative and very entertaining. We'll see you. Entertainment? Entertaining.
I love you too. Not I
My
love,
tongue's not working
not
already.
I love you too. I love you too.
Oh.
It's a bit different, that. It's like you've said that you love her and she says I love you too.
Anyway, thank you so much,
yes.
and hopefully you're still here. We've got Gary's turned up, which is lovely. He's made a live up and getting back from your holly bobs. So yeah, yours is just finished and ours is just about to start. So that's exciting, isn't it? So
I have to apologise in advance for my tardiness with the Billy Goat Gruff, but my little boy came round to give me a big cuddle because it's the last time I'll see him before Christmas.
Yes.
So it was worth not having a shave for.
So again, if you've got any questions for us, then please do type question at the start so we can see it. And yeah, so if you've got anything about our Australian trip, if you've got anything about our any cruise or travel question or anything about us that you want to know, then within reason, then obviously just do let us know. So Tina's here, which is lovely to see Tina. So, and also Peter's here. Love to follow your blogs. Have a great trip. I'm very envious. We've been waiting for it for such a long time, haven't we?
We have.
So we are. We're really excited, but we are quite nervous because we've got to go through the testing procedures as well, which we did here obviously a long time ago now. We haven't done it for a while, have we? So it's feel like a bit of a backward step, but I totally understand why we have to, but it is a little bit frustrating, isn't it?
Well, and it's a weird one because if I'm going over road ground, because I can't remember what I did yesterday, the strange thing is Singapore doesn't require testing, Australia doesn't require testing, but Azamara do require testing if you're sailing out of Singapore. So
yeah,
it's a bit.
It is a funny one.
It's a bit odd.
It is a bit odd.
It's a bit odd, and it's 130 quid that we didn't.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing. And trying to get a test these days because a lot of the centres have closed down has been really difficult, hasn't it? Really difficult because you can't just do a test and present and say you've done it. You have to have actually someone. It's an observed test, is what I'm trying to say, which is very frustrating. So Philippa's here. So lovely to see you here, Philippa. And Sandra's here. Sandra, we're hoping to get together with in Melbourne. So that'll be really great to catch up with the.
I better familiarise myself with Sandra's picture because my eyesight's very bad.
So yes, so that's exciting. We've got to meet up in Melbourne, and we've got to meet a few people, aren't we, along the way? So we're hoping our ports. We've already had a port change, which we'll talk about in a little while. Which we know these things happen, but we're hoping like the biggest, like Melbourne, Sydney, etc. Could you imagine?
Because we got 600 people meeting us in Melbourne. That's amazing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Is it not that many? Yeah?
No.
How many is it?
So far, there's about 8. Yes, Amanda is here. So nice to see her still here. Yes, Sam said not long. No, so that'll be beginning of January. So yeah, it'd be great to catch up with you eventually because it's been following us for a while, which is brilliant. So Sheila's here. She said, yeah, Chile, they reckon it's going to drop down to -5 tonight here, don't they? Which is cold for this part of the world.
Apparently some people are going to Australia.
Yes, have a wonderful time. Yes. Woo! But it is chilly this evening.
Yeah, I had to, because Carole's a slave to her exercise, I had to give her a lift to the hairdressers today. I had to defrost the car to do it. And as you can probably see, one of us has been to the hairdressers, one of us hasn't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But you're going in the morning. Yes. So, but yeah, it is really chilly. I had to cover all my plants up in the greenhouse with the frost is definitely going to be here tomorrow.
Yes.
So Jerry's here. So nice to see you, Jerry.
Evening, Jerry.
And Sue, have a wonderful time. We hope so. We are so excited about it. But like I say, right. Christine's here as well, and so lovely to see you. And also Warren Wolf at San Antonio, Texas. I bet it's hot there, isn't it? Would have thought so.
I think so.
So Barry's here. So nice to see you, Barry. Hi, boys. Hi, boys. Can Carole say what editing software she uses? I can. Very simply, I use iMovie. I started with iMovie, and I keep looking at other software that other people use. And because my brain, I need something very simple, and I'm quite of a creature of habit, I'm a bit loath to change from iMovie because I know it so well now, and I become quite slick with it. But I know my gut feeling tells me I should branch out. But
I'd just like to say how hurt my feelings are now that Barry automatically assumed that Carole does the editing.
well, you tell everyone I do, and I do. Well, it's the truth.
That's why it is. Yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah, so iMovie.
If I had to do the editing, we'd have one video every
per year.
I was going to say
Not even that.
I was going to say 5 years.
Chris is here, so nice to see you, and Claire, lovely to see. Always lovely to see Claire. So, evening, lovely, wishing you a fabulous trip. Yes,
Thank you very much.
So, also,
Jerry, look, he got my Judas Priest reference last week.
Oh,
yes, he does look cool, though, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. Jerry does look cool. Do you know? And we've just literally got our cases out. I know we go tomorrow, but we have got a system, and I've put the things that we.
I'm going to have to field this question because Carol's going to come out with a load of old flannel now.
No,
basically, I've got 2 pairs of pants and a reversible T-shirt, and all the other 2 suitcases were taken out with Carol's shoes and dresses.
No, that's not right. Because it's going to be a hot cruise, it hasn't been really difficult. And looking at Azamara and talking to people that have cruised with Azamara, formal nights don't exist. White nights do, which has been a struggle for me to find a white outfit. But so it's very casual. So all my sort of my go-to dresses, as I call them, will do for evening or the day. Yeah. You've got just some short sleeve shirts. So actually, we're packing as if we're going away for 7 to 10 days. Because Azamara has its own laundrette where we could go and iron and wash if we wanted to. But also with our cabin, because we've got a balcony plus, we get a bag of laundry per week as well. So, yeah.
You know how big the bag is, mine?
No, it'd probably be like that.
Yeah, like a little crisp bag.
But yeah, so actually the things that we tend to forget are always things like not sun cream, because we always remember that, but hair conditioner, or what did we forget? We've just been away for the weekend, haven't we, to Warner's, which was brilliant.
Hair conditioner.
We forgot shampoo, hair conditioner,
deodorant,
gel. In fact, Paul said, I'm going to do my hair because his hair goes a little bit sort of wild. So I said, try my face moisturizer face cream. And it worked. It looked really good, didn't it?
It's the future.
It's the future.
So as you can see, I look 20 years younger as well.
So hopefully Jerry will be okay. So Renato's here. So hi there, Renato. And Julie is here as well, so it's nice to see you. Have an absolutely awesome time.
Good evening, Pauline.
Lots of love from
Pauline.
Oh, is that your alter ego, maybe?
I don't know. If I run out of clothes, I'm going to have to start wearing your dresses anyway.
So Paul Robbo's here. Hi, Paul. Paul, did you hear Paul Ludlow's statement? Apparently the name and RV in Barbados and March having a big party. Yes, we did hear that. Well, I've seen it on the internet. Paul's not a fan of Paul Ludlow because he never pronounces his G's on the end of his words.
I can't believe that they've got a man who can't even speak properly as their mouthpiece for P&O. Yes, welcome back to cruising. There's a G on the end, Paul. Cruising.
Oh dear. Yeah, you do get a bit frustrated. But yes, we never get any correspondence from P&O inviting us to things. I don't think for whatever reason.
What I would say about P&O is they're sort of across the board where they don't really like anybody.
Well, no, they do invite they do invite a few people that do. But, we don't cruise with P&O often, do we?
No. Well, a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, we did Iona, which we thoroughly enjoyed, and we're back on Iona in February.
So if you're watching, Paul, we love cruising with P&O.
But yes, it looks like it'll be a good place to have a party, isn't it, Barbados? Because I think that's where Arvia, it's going to be based out in the Caribbean, isn't it? It did look a fabulous ship, mine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does look fabulous.
Definitely.
A cruiser for one is just... he's just rubbing it in there. Hello from Sky Princess off the coast of Honduras. Very nice indeed.
Nice to see the Wi-Fi working.
Yes. Brilliant.
He probably ordered a drink 5 hours ago to get it in time for our live.
Oh dear. So so let us know what your highlights have been on the Sky Princess. We went to Honduras, didn't we? And we didn't book an excursions, and we wish we did. So I don't know if you've got off yet, or have been on an excursion. So do let us know what you got up to, because if we went back there, we would definitely do something. Because there wasn't very much by the port at all, was there?
No.
It was a bit disappointing, and we wish we'd booked something. So do let us know. So that'll be grand. So Kidney, Tom's here. Have a fantastic time. Both we will try our best. And Gary's asking, question me, am I better half are due to sail on Celebrity Silhouette next July? Have you sailed on her? She looks very different to Iona. No, we haven't. I've heard lots of good things about Celebrity Silhouette. We've done the Edge class Celebrity, haven't we? So we've done Beyond.
So see how Carole talks to me like I'm an idiot. That's because she knows I don't know anything about different classes of ships. We've only done one Celebrity ship, which was the Beyond, and it was fantastic. So if the Silhouette's half as good as the Beyond, you'll still have an amazing time, because I thought it was great. I
think the Silhouette is more of a traditional starship. I've heard excellent things about it. Celebrity, we were blown away with Celebrity in the summer, weren't we?
Fab, yeah.
The service was brilliant. The entertainment was superb. The Wi-Fi was good, wasn't it? But everything about, well, we definitely want to do another Celebrity. So she's very different to Iona. Yeah, Iona. If I had to pick Iona or Silhouette, I'd probably go on the Silhouette just because it's a Celebrity.
It's no good looking at me, man.
No, it's no good looking at you.
I don't know what Silhouette.
And Sandra's saying it's cold there at the moment. No.
Why in Australia?
Yes. I've heard that Melbourne can have about 4 seasons in one day. So we are bringing our little cover-ons, aren't we? Cover-ons.
Cover-ons. That's what they're called. Yeah, cover-ons. I don't know what you call it in Australia. We call it cover-ons here.
No. A little fleece and a cardigan.
I think we call them a fleece and a cardigan.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. I'm going to bring me cover-ons.
Julie's here. I thought, I've seen that comment twice, but hello again.
She called me Pauline the first time.
Oh, Paulie. Yeah. And Julian Dell. So lovely to see you.
We'll let you off.
Yes. So, and hello from Denmark, from Soren Vindex. Hi there. Thank you for joining our live. It's good to have you here. Travel with Lizzie Lewis. Howdy. So nice to see you here as well, Lizzie Lewis. That's brilliant. So sailing File Cornwall. So what is your top tip for coping with long haul flights?
We do everything you're not supposed to do, because they say never have alcohol, do this, do that, do something else. I like to drink as much beer as I can and then fall asleep.
I tend to drink more. I do have glasses of wine, but I tend to drink more. I love tomato juice and I love water, so I try to drink a lot of that.
Tomato juice with vodka in it?
No, with Worcester sauce in it. I think I tend to, on long haul flights, I tend to wear stockings, the travel stockings. No, because a few years ago I had some swollen feet issues, didn't I?
I'll meet you in
the
galley.
No, she doesn't. Finally, try and move about as much as possible, isn't it? So where Paul will plonk himself down in a seat, ask for a beer, get his headphones on, and he can watch back-to-back films, and I can't do that. I get a little bit restless. So it's like, come on, Paul, time to walk around, time to do this. So, but it is difficult. We dream of traveling business class at some point. And funny, we were checking in for our Singapore flight.
I shouldn't have said anything. I said, mate, look, when we booked these flights to Singapore, we were quoted. Carole likes to.
I always ask.
Carole has the little sort of fantasy island moment. Oh, Dan, can you tell me how much business class flights is just for the Singapore leg?
Yeah.
And they were coming in about £5,000 each.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay. So the flights ended up being about 1,500 quid, I believe, something like that. So it's still enough money because it's only one way. But
it was about £2,000, wasn't it?
No, it's less than that, because when we worked
1,900.
Oh, okay. Well, I said it was less than £2,000, didn't I? So I was right. So I got a check in yesterday, and it says, "Would you like to upgrade your seat?" And I'm thinking, they don't mean for nothing, do they? So I clicked on it. I said, "Oh, yes, please. Would you like to use your points, which we haven't got any points, or would you like to pay cash?" I said, "Oh, cash. Pay cash, please." So I clicked on it, and it said, "You can upgrade to business class for £1,026 a person." So that's about £3,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
Than if we'd have booked it business class initially. But stupidly, I told Carole, now it's in her head, but I have to admit it's sort of stuck in my head as well.
It's too much, though.
Then Dan said, you could have another cruise for £2,000.
I know. So,
but if it comes down to £500 each, I'm going to be all over it.
We'll see.
So I purposely haven't booked
in
in
honesty,
today.
if we had the opportunity to upgrade coming home, I think going, you're excited, and it's a daytime flight. Coming home, we got that 2-leg flight, haven't we, from Melbourne?
Yeah.
So if we were going to spend some silly money on something like that, then I think it would be if we had the opportunity, it would make more sense to do it after. But yeah, so it's difficult.
So we haven't really got any advice. My advice is watch 7 films and drink beer.
No.
Carol's advice is the right advice, which is plenty of fluids.
Yeah. And try and get in a sleep pattern with that country as soon as you get there. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? Because we know we've struggled with it in the past, haven't we? So Barry said, thanks, I meant you two. No problem at all. Warren said they're in the 50s, so that was in Texas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So and Helen is here. Hello, Helen. Hello. Have a great holiday. Thanks. Hopefully we will. Cruise of Wednesday night movie is too. It's fine. I think sometimes people feel when they're starting a YouTube channel that they have to have the best tech, they have to spend out a lot of money. You don't have to spend out very much at all. In fact, iMovie's free, and we do most of our filming on our phone now, don't we?
Yeah.
We do some on our GoPro. And that's an old GoPro Hero 7, but you don't have to spend a fortune. So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, don't ever think that you've got to have all the tech. The only thing we have invested, I don't know if you can see, we still can't get the light right for these lives, but yeah, we've got actually invested, it was about 70 quid, wasn't it, in a proper light, which the light is better, we're brighter now, so we're learning as we go along as well. Well, you might not think
that's only visually brighter. Not intellectually.
Our IQ's gone up.
Yeah.
So so iMovie is for me at the moment it suits.
Yeah, it works for me fine. I get on with it great.
So Peter's asking, what ship are you on? Do you have a balcony cabin or suite? And when or where are you departing from?
We are on the Azamara Quest.
Yes.
We are departing from Singapore.
Yes.
And we've got a balcony plus cabin.
Exactly that.
Are you amazed at that?
I am, actually. Yeah. Do you know, we've had lots of messages the last couple of days to saying, oh my God, you're so lucky to go on an R-class ship. And I was thinking, do you know, I don't even know what an R-class ship is. So I've been educating myself, and probably lots of you out there that know exactly what it is. But it was part of a Renaissance Cruises that these small ships, they only hold like 700 people. And then they went bust, and then they sold them off to Azamara and Oceania, it seems now. And as they're all called R1, R2 up to R8, and we're on R7, which is the Azamara Quest.
I thought it was R class because it's got pirates on it. R.
Oh, God.
And strangely, I race cars as a hobby, and my race number is R22.
Yes, but they didn't make a 22.
They did because I race it.
But yeah, so this is our first time with Azamara. Yeah. We're really looking forward to it. We've heard the bathrooms are very small, but the rest looks brilliant. So we'll wait and see in there. We've already had an itinerary change, which is a bit disappointing, but we knew cruising to Australia this Christmas was going to not be without its changes, because it's still quite new. Cruising's going back into Australia. In Europe and the US, it's been going for quite a while now. We're all back in the rhythm, aren't we? But for Australia, it's still fairly new. So on our first leg, because we're doing back-to-back cruises, we leave Singapore, we head to Bali for an overnight, and then we were due to go to Geraldton, which is just above Perth on the west coast of Australia, but that's now been changed, and we've got an extra overnight in Perth. So disappointing, because we would have loved to try, go somewhere a little bit different. It looks like there's some fabulous beaches that we could have accessed from there. However, we're really excited about going to Perth, so we always try to turn things into a positive. I think that gives us more time to explore. When
we say we, she means her, because I don't turn anything into a positive.
You do sometimes.
Yeah. Is it Fremantle, isn't it, Perth?
Well, we do dock in Fremantle, which is the gateway to Perth.
Attention, haven't I?
You have a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we're excited about that. But but not a lot you can do. We're so glad. About a week or so ago, before we knew all about this, we took out some extra missed port and change of itinerary insurance, and we're so glad that we did. So if you are investing a lot of money, because obviously this cruise was one of our bucket list trips, I think we're taking out this extra insurance. We're going to get our money back and more. If you don't know how good an insurance company is to try to make a claim, but obviously one port's been changed, and it wouldn't surprise me if we get some more changes. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's the gamble we take, and we were prepared for that. So
I've got a question for Warren. When you click on it, make sure you sign up for the Sydney Bridge climb. Now, I'm all up for this, but you'll be able to answer this hopefully, Warren, because we've been told that you're not allowed to take anything in the way of photographic equipment with you.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to say it's all about the blogging, because it's not. It's all about holidaying and having fantastic experiences, and then getting them to share, basically just like showing people our holiday snaps, really. But I think it'd be such a shame if the views that you're going to get and you are not allowed to.
And it's really expensive.
Well,
apparently.
I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got put off because one, Carole was petrified of heights, which difficult. I thought that's a good reason to do it. But two, they said, "Oh no, you can't take your phone, you can't take a camera, can't take this, can't take that." Now, obviously, that was only what somebody told us, and
so do let us know.
Everybody's got an opinion.
And I heard it was over £200 to a person, and we're thinking, "Wow, that's a lot to do something which I'll probably have my eyes closed for most of the time." So, yeah, I doubt that we'll do that. Sharon's asking, I both hope you have a fantastic trip. Looking forward to following along. We did Australia 5 years ago. Land holding up cruise. It was amazing. Yeah. We wanted to go to Australia for so long, haven't we? We've met so many fantastic Australians on our travels. I just know that it's going to be a place that we're going to love. I just, your gut tells you, doesn't it? So, it does. Patrick and Francis here. Always lovely to see you guys. Yes. So that's lovely to see you here. And Helen's asking, love watching your cruises with your transatlantic treatures. Next April on Discovery 2, 90 Nights Barbados to Dubrovnik. Treasures. So I got that now. Love watching Transatlantic Treasures next April on Discovery 2 for 90 nights on Barbados. That's a great itinerary, isn't it? Start in the Caribbean and end up in Dubrovnik. Yeah. Croatia's beautiful.
Yeah.
If you ever get the chance to go to Croatia, I'd highly recommend it. But if you're there, make sure you do some land-based stuff as well and spend some time in Dubrovnik and the little islands around, because it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It is. It's fabulous.
It's stunning. The water there, I don't think I've ever seen blues like it. Have you?
It's what I will say, and I said this when we went there years ago, and we obviously did the Sail Croatia thing this year. The water is like some of the most spectacular colours I've ever seen anywhere we've been in the world. But a lot of the beaches are pebble.
Yes.
And that's
not
the
sand.
one disappointment.
Yeah.
But scenery, colour of the water, everything.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. And, obviously so much history there as well.
Yeah.
But yes, a definite get it on your list of things to do.
But that'll be fab, Helen. That would be Morella. We love Morella. Sheila's saying to hit the like button. Yep, Sheila, thank you so much. If you enjoy our lives, give us a thumbs up. It helps us grow on YouTube, and we really appreciate that. Sandra's saying you really need a raincoat and something warm just in case. Yeah, we're taking our little raincoats, aren't we? Our little padded raincoats and something warm. Yeah, and we've got layers. So hopefully we'll have we're prepared for all sorts. Janet's here. Have a fantastic time. Thanks, Keith and Jan. We will try. Never forget to pack the emoji. True. And Morris is here. Hi, Morris. Hope you have a fantastic time. Jealous moi. Oh, Cruise of Wednesday nail clippers. Good. Yeah, we always have that in our little bag, don't we?
We do.
And Sandra's confirming that. Sorry. A bit windy after my Fanta.
What's that?
Sorry about that. I've got Fanta strawberry and kiwi. I don't know if you've ever tried it.
You can tell us agreeing with her.
It's brilliant. It's lovely.
So we can edit that out, can't we? It's not live.
No. 6 a.m. Thursday here. Yeah, if we're going to be doing our lives, Paulie Morgan, if out there, we're going to have to get up really early, aren't you, to make the 7 p.m. deadline?
I'm a little more concerned about where I'm going to watch the football, because it's it's not all about you and your cruise, then, because the football's on at 7 o'clock in England on Saturday, 7 o'clock in the evening, which means that'll be 3 o'clock Sunday morning in Singapore. So if anybody's got any ideas where I might be able to catch that, that'd be great.
Oh dear. So yeah, so I'm still getting my head around the time difference. So I'm sure we'll sort something out. Soren Vindex from Denmark, inside, outside, a balcony. Well, we've done all, and our favourite is a balcony if the budget allows. Just because I love sitting on the balcony with a cup of coffee while Paul has a lie-in, and I just love having your own bit of outside space is quite important to me. Not so much important to you, is it?
I do like it, but
you do like
about
it.
The price.
Yeah.
In case you're asking what we have got on this cruise, we've got a balcony plus. So I don't know what a balcony plus means.
It just comes with a few more perks with them, and I'm not sure if the balcony's bigger, but just a few more little bits and bobs, didn't it? And Sandra's saying that the P&O is very different to the UK, but yes, I understand that. I think you've got some of the older ships out there, haven't you? Or have I got that wrong? I thought they were sort of an older, smaller ships.
I don't know,
but anyway, let us know, Sandra, because
maybe your face of P&O in Australia can pronounce his G's. I don't know.
So Gary's saying you will see a big difference on Iona. Yes, when we cruised on Iona, there was 1,000 passengers there, wasn't there? So yeah, we're expecting a lot of difference. So we wanted to try again because we really liked Iona. We had some initial issues with Embarkation and frustration with the cabin because we couldn't book an accessible cabin for Paul's dad. But when we got on, we found we were actually allocated one because we booked a guaranteed, and it was all a bit bizarre. But actually, once we settled in,
it was good. Yeah.
It was we had a good week. But you're right, Gary. We are going to be seeing a lot of difference.
But I do feel a comparison video coming on.
yes, possibly. Cruise, would you not like a New England accent? No G's either. Oh, Paulie.
Well.
And Lizzie Lou said Paul looks good with stubble. No, well, yes, he does, but it's nice to have a shave. You've got to have a pre-holiday shave, isn't it? Get in the zone.
Well, because Carol's already done her moustache. Because when in between holidays, if we're not doing a live, she's got one of them like handlebar ones, and she waxes it, so it goes right up like that.
You're mean. So Donna's asking, looking at her team, what's the top port you're looking forward to visiting? Have a fantastic time. There's two for me. I'm really looking forward to going to Adelaide because I'm hopefully catching up with an old nursing colleague of mine, Andy. And it'll be fabulous because I haven't seen him he's been over the 15 years, so it'll be brilliant to catch up with him. And because we're in Sydney for New Year, I think that's going to be pretty special. But saying that, I've always wanted to go to Melbourne and Perth. And the little Kangaroo Islands and bits in between.
She hasn't even mentioned Bali.
No, I haven't.
No. I think we're looking forward to pretty much all of them, to be honest. So, it's a very difficult one. But obviously, we'll have a favourite. We'll tell you all about it when we get back. But
Eden and Esperance. We've got lots of little... there's Albany. We've got a lot... The itinerary is fabulous. It'll be interesting at the end of this trip. It'll be interesting to see how much alike our original, what we booked, is like at the end. Now, I cleared lots of blogs and stuff, and you've probably seen on our channel, I've been trying to get out a lot of cabin reviews, which hopefully are all out now, bar one, which I'm going to do whenever, because we want to try and be more in the moment. I always feel like when I'm doing vlogging, it's from, cruises a few months ago. So for this one, I want to get straight on it and get them out as soon as possible and try and be a little bit more timely, isn't it? I think is the word.
But she's not promising anything.
No, I'm not. We don't know. The Wi-Fi, we're hearing mixed things about the Wi-Fi on Azamara. We're also, because of our package with Sky, we can't get an add-on in Singapore or Bali, so we can't rely on, like we've done in Europe, we'll just dock in 4G. Oh, that strawberry and kiwi is a bubbly fella.
Oh, Burpee McBurpee.
So we can't rely on that until we get to Australia, where we've got Sky, which we can use for £2 a day, which we're happy to do that, aren't we? So we don't know. We may go on Friday, and you might not hear from us till we get to Perth. You don't know, do you? But hopefully we will. So we've got David saying he's gone on his first cruise in June, Discovery 2, first holiday present. Is it a good idea? Yes, it's a brilliant idea.
Fab idea. You'll
Yes.
love it, David.
Yeah.
It's Discovery. We didn't go on 2, did we? But
We
it's
went
the
on
same.
just
We went on
Discovery.
Discovery, and obviously Discovery 2 is exactly the same.
Yeah.
And it's still, even though that was probably 4 or 5 years ago, it's
Yeah.
still one of our favourite
And your
ships
dad's.
ever. Yeah.
And your Paul's dad, I don't know if you've no, but he's uses a mobility scooter, and the Discovery ships, no issue whatsoever, is there, Paul? Plenty of lifts and getting everywhere. There was nowhere that he couldn't go, was there?
No. No, it's great, honestly. I don't think you will regret it at all. I think you'll be chuffed to bits.
Yeah, so you enjoy that. That'll be brilliant. Yeah, Lizzie Lou's been on Celebrity Silhouette, stunning. Have a lovely atmosphere. The food's delicious. Yeah, we've heard really good things about.
When you say Lizzie Lou, I feel like I need to go like that every time you say it.
Dave McGee. He's just come back from Morella. We see this stuff on Twitter. So highlight was Madeira with the Christmas light switch on. Yeah, Madeira's supposed to be pretty magical, isn't it? I would recommend for anyone. Have a great trip, you two. So jealous. Madeira, and I think Madeira is one of those places that people try to get to for New Year because it's supposed to be pretty spectacular too, isn't it? For the New Year's fireworks. I know a lot of ships do dock out. So yes.
We got medallion app news from Cruising for One.
Wife is good, but not strong enough to do a live. Medallions work like a champ. Good. No problem ordering. I don't usually do short excursion. The ship is my destination. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, can't argue
yes.
with that.
Yes, of course. It's just coming to me now because you sent a picture, didn't you, in our Discord group for our Patreons and YouTube members of you lounging in the solarium. Yeah. Yes, it's coming back to me now. So, yes, enjoy the lovely weather. So, John, I both hope you have a great trip. We're on offer. I own it over to Canary, same cruise as you. No, we're not going to the Canaries. Ours is the normal Northern Europe itinerary. It's Rotterdam, Hamburg. Is it Rotterdam? Rotterdam, Hamburg, Bruges.
Every cruise I go on, we seem to go to Rotterdam. I wouldn't be surprised if when we go to Singapore, the first stop will be Rotterdam.
Yeah, there's been a cruise itinerary change.
Every cruise. I must have been to Rotterdam more times than people who live in Rotterdam.
So, John, no, I don't think we are. Because you must be going after us. Ours is over Valentine's. It's about the 12th of February.
Ours is half term or something, isn't it?
Well, yes. So it'll be interesting to see how it is. We chose that week because there's a few blogging friends going on there that we wanted to catch up with. So that was the week we chose, and then we realised obviously it's half term, but that's fine. It'd be interesting to see how the Iona is working as it should be working.
But we love children, don't we? We couldn't eat a whole one, but we love them.
Clinton's here, so that's brilliant. Listening in Montana. So yes, that's pretty chilly. So
and Tripping with the Heartleys have given us I don't know if that's waves, claps or waves or high fives, but whatever it is, we appreciate it.
Yes, exactly.
As long as it's not 2 fingers, we don't mind what it is.
Yeah. And then we've got Radio Creative Travels here. Hey. And we've got Christopher here as well. I hope you're brave than me. I don't like flying. Do you know, I don't. It's bizarre. I love traveling, but flying is, if I could choose, but get someplace by a different method. We did look from cruising from obviously Southampton, but it was way out of our budget. But I fly because I have to, because if I want to go to these amazing places, then unfortunately that's part and parcel. It doesn't bother you at all, does it? I get a bit nervous.
The times we're in an airport and Carole says to me, I wish I had a time machine now.
I know.
And I say, why? And she say, what do you mean, why? I say, if you had a time machine, you'd still be at the airport, but it'd just be a different time.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah. I mean a machine that takes me somewhere else.
Yeah, without me knowing.
Yeah.
Sedates me, picks me up, and then I wake up there. Gary's here. Hi, Gary. Thank you for
Gary.
He's just come back from the Galapagos, which looked absolutely amazing. So
giant turtles.
Yes, cute little seals, penguins. Apparently, we've got the opportunity to quite a few penguins, and that's really exciting, isn't it?
I tell you, my knowledge, honestly, is pitiful. Carole said, yeah, we'll probably see some penguins. I said, what the bloody hell on a minute seeing some penguins? We got to go to where snow is and stuff to see them, surely.
No.
And that's how educated I am.
No, there are places where there are some penguins.
Yes.
So,
So we're gonna bring one
and lots
over.
of people are saying about Silhouette. Yeah. Sort of retired. We love the Silhouette, excellent food and good service. And Tina has also been on. Yeah, Celebrity and P&O are very different companies. They are. Iona's much larger and very different. They'll give the choice. We'll go back on Celebrity every time. That's what our gut feeling says to us too, isn't it?
Well, we haven't done the Silhouette, but
No.
but we had such a good experience on the Beyond.
We did.
It definitely makes me want to sample more.
Yeah.
Of what Celebrity's got to offer. But having said that, like you said, we had a fantastic experience on the Iona, but it was only 1,000. Whereas when we did the Celebrity Beyond, I'm not saying it was capacity, but it was certainly a lot more passengers on there than was on the Iona, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
but you get what you pay for. Celebrity's more money than P&O. It depends on so many things, doesn't it?
P&O is cracking value for it. Well, ironically, the newer ships seem to be better value for money than the older ships. The older ships seem to have found this niche where if you want to go on like the Aurora or Ventura, isn't it? Like some of them, they're like bananas money. So
yeah, the smaller ships are more expensive because we've been looking at the older princess ships for potential itineraries because we've done the Royal Class and we're a bit princessed out, to be honest. But I would consider them if it was an older ship. But then the prices go up because obviously they can't get as many passengers on. Oh, Donna's saying you only live once. Book those business class tickets and make sure you do a short with Paulie snoring.
But I've already seen the next. I've already seen the next question, and I totally agree with Sandra as long as it's me.
What's Sandra saying? You could just upgrade with you. Oh, no.
Yeah, I could do it.
I would feel guilty if I was sat there. You wouldn't care.
I wouldn't feel guilty. I wouldn't feel guilty. You're sat there. What did she say just now? Oh, you're all excited. I'm not worried about it. I don't mind sitting in the economy
I'd be a bit
class.
miffed if I was sat back in economy.
Yeah, but what you've got to remember is, because I won't be sat next to you then.
We could do half and half.
No, because I won't be sat next to you. You'll have 2 seats to yourself. So it'll almost like being in business class. Lift that arm up. You'll have a double size seat. I mean, you're having it good, really.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl, mate.
We'll let you know we get on Sandra.
I think we know how it's going to go.
Travel with Johnny and Wells here, even though we're a bit late to party, but no, we just love that people drop by whenever they can. So appreciate that. And Trip with the Heart, I say, hope you have a great time. Well deserved. Oh, thank you so much. Alicia's here. So I'm going on my first cruise next year. What's the first thing I should do when I get on board? Paul, I know what Paul's going to say.
I think always the best thing to do is check out the library because it's always quieter when people first get on. You have a good chance. You didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
No, I didn't.
No. It's all down to when people get on the ship, the first thing they want to do is eat and drink. The first thing Carole wants to do is stop me from eating and drinking. Oh, should we go to our cabin? Should we unpack? I don't care. I don't want to unpack. I'm on my hollybobs now, and I want to go and have something to eat, and I want to have a drink. But it's all down to timing because when you get on certain ships at certain times, you could be in the sort of twilight zone of not being able to get anything to eat. So it's all down to what time you're getting on.
And what ship. So my top tip would be find out on your ship that you're getting on the places that will be offering food that aren't the main buffet, because the main buffet will be rammed.
Be like a bun fight.
So for an example, when we go on Princess, we don't tend to head to the main buffet. We tend to head to Alfredo's or what's it called? Zzz's? Not Zzz's. So find an alternate. If you are going to be hungry, find an alternative.
You trying to say GG's?
GG's.
Yeah. If you're Bob from Innocents Abroad, what you have to do is you have to go to the pool deck and you have to get a burger because that's what he does on every cruise and it's tradition. And you have to do it. So if you were Bob, you have to go and have a burger, which I didn't mind. We had a nice burger, but I'm the sort of organizer. I know if I get Paul into a bar, it's really hard to get him back out again. So if I say, let's just go back to the cabin, it'll take 2 minutes to unpack, just put everything away, and then we can just go on holiday. Otherwise, it's and I know that sounds a little bit boring, but I just like to be organized.
So
believe-
Paul doesn't.
I
Paul
cannot
just wants to
believe
wing
she's
it.
casting aspersions. So this is what I think. I always do all the driving when we're going down to Southampton. So I do like at least a couple of hours driving each way. So that's 4 hours driving. By Carole's own admission, then it only takes 2 minutes to unpack. So if she was doing it on her own, that'd only be 4 minutes. So I do 4 hours of driving, and she begrudges doing 4 minutes of unpacking so I can have a beer. I think that's a bit selfish. Just saying.
But anyway, just suss out your ship and just decide what you want to do. And like you say, you might be embarking at 11 o'clock, you might be embarking at 4 o'clock. So it depends on that. What I do say as well is you never know when your case is going to arrive at your cabin. So if you want to go swimming or you're going somewhere hot and you've been traveling, make sure you've got to change your clothes in your hand luggage or your swimwear. Because then if your cases aren't there, you can just go straight for a swim and no worries at all.
Because it doesn't matter what cruise you go on.
There's always people in the hot tub.
It could be 47 below freezing.
Yeah.
There's literally penguins putting coats on, and that's how cold it is. And there'll always be some, I nearly said a swear word then, some person in the hot tub or swimming. You're thinking, mate, it's not big or clever. Everybody can see you in there. Now get out because your teeth are chattering.
We don't get hot tubs very much. We're not big fans, and we quite do it on occasions. But some people love them, don't they? And fair play to them if that's what they want to do. Gary's made quite a good point there. We're hearing this a lot with P&O. I think P&O they had a very, very loyal following, and they're trying to do things different and cater for the masses. And there's certain things that they used to do really well that they're not getting quite right now. And a lot of people that we've got to know through blogging that have been cruise with P&O for years are now reaching out and going with other companies, aren't they?
They're realizing that there's other stuff out there.
Yeah. But P&O do lots of things well, don't they? I said do.
Yes, you do.
And Gary's, thanks, Gary, for your input. I agree with the point on tech. There are many channels with millions of views using phones. Key investment is in audio, Mike, because people won't forgive poor audio. Yeah, and that's a really good...
point. See what I did there?
We need to look at that, because often on our vlogs when I'm editing, regardless of how big his mouth is, he often comes quieter than me. It's true. And
they say the camera doesn't lie. And apparently neither does the microphone. Foghorn Leghorn there, they can always hear her, but I'm just quietly and softly spoken.
But as Gary said, content is king, and that's right, isn't it? Produce good content and people will come. What's that from?
I think it's Wayne's World.
Oh, is it?
And also, is it Field of Dreams, where that bloke builds like a baseball thing in his back garden?
Okay. Lizzie Lou saying about the like, give us a thumbs up. That would be great. And Tina saying they like both. Yeah. So let's see what else we've got here. Cruising Gates. What made us choose Azamara? Was it the itinerary or the appeal of a small ship? It was actually both. We were looking for an itinerary when we first looked at doing our first bucket list trip. We were looking at doing Australia and New Zealand, and then we realised that we were spreading ourselves too thinly. So I wanted to look at a more intensive itinerary in Australia. And there wasn't many that ticked all the boxes of the places that I wanted to go, which is basically the whole bottom half. Azamara was straight away. As soon as I seen the itinerary, I thought, oh my. But obviously Azamara were a little bit more expensive. But I like the thought that it's only got 700 passengers as well, because the more we cruise, we do like a big ship, but we seem to be sort of always going towards, don't we, smaller
stuff.
So it was the opportunity, even though we could have probably done this trip half the price or probably 2/3 of the price. We've chosen to do it with Azamara because we've heard excellent things about them. I know they have changed. They used to be part, I think, wasn't it Royal Caribbean?
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter. No, but people do, when things change hands, your standards can drop.
Yeah, no, but
so it'll be interesting to see. But we've heard some fantastic things about Azamara. They do some quite immersive. They have like that Azar amazing evenings, don't they? Where you actually go out and do some cultural things, and that I love things like that. I love learning. So Azamara just seems to tick all the boxes and those sort of things.
What I loved about that entire 48-minute spiel that Carole said then was how she pretended that I had any choosing of this cruise. I didn't choose anything. I had no idea what was going on. And then she said,
I run everything by.
Yeah, but I don't listen because
No, I
it's
know you
like
don't.
when every 7 minutes of your day, somebody says, "Oh, mate, listen to this." And when she's done that for the 10th time that day, and then she says to you the next day, "Remember that one I was talking to you about?" Well, I don't, because as soon as she said, "Oh, mate, listen to this," that's when I've got these special flaps on my ears, and they go
Man flaps.
man flaps that cover my ears.
Ah!
Because I know it's going to be, well, we're going to start off by, we're going to go to the moon, and then we're going to like go through the center of the earth, and it's going to cost £9 million. Do you like the sound of that? Yeah, that sounds lovely, mate. Yeah, get it sorted then. Ring Dan up, he'll sort it.
The only thing that I'm disappointed that we're not doing in Australia is going to Tasmania, because that was one place I wanted to go, but I couldn't find the right itinerary to do that. But my gut feeling is saying that this won't be our last time going to Australia. I know we haven't been there yet, but when you know, well, maybe we won't. But Tasmania, that was the only disappointment, because I couldn't find an itinerary that fitted all those things.
Yeah, and I looked and I couldn't find anything.
Cruising for one saying, yeah, people can look past poor quality, poor audio. Yeah, that's true. Jerry's asking, have you thought of doing a group cruise or even a UK land-based meetup? We haven't actually. We know there's other bloggers that are thinking about doing group cruise. So it'll be interesting to hear how they get on with them. We're not saying that it wouldn't be a thing in the future. Do you know what? The one things that we love since starting this YouTube and our blog is meeting people on our travels. So I'm sure it may be something we may consider in a few years' time. A UK land-based meetup, we haven't thought of that, and I don't know why, really, because we're doing one in Melbourne.
Yeah, we're doing a land-based meetup.
Yeah,
about as far from where we live as possible. Really.
Yeah, so not,
further.
But that's quite a good thing, isn't it? Saying we're going to be wherever at this time. Anyone want to come and?
So, what land-based meetup area would you suggest, Jerry? Just as a matter of interest.
Well, I don't think it was difficult, isn't it? Because you want to find out who would like to do a meetup, and then you would pick a central point to who would want to meet in it, I guess.
Yeah, I think Gloucester is quite central, isn't it?
Sandra's saying about how all the beaches are beautiful. Perth is lovely, and you'll enjoy Fremantle. Great jail there. Yes, that's on our to-do list. The jail. Sydney Bridge Climb. They photograph you up there, and you are tied to everything else. Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, we're so looking forward. After having our week in Antigua on the beach, it really, I loved it. And I know you can go to any beaches around the world on a cruise, but I'm just really looking to the beaches in Australia look absolutely spectacular, don't they? Dave McGee said he did the bridge climbing in 2000, was about 80 quid back then. You couldn't take equipment, they take group and stuff. Yeah, I guess because they don't want people dropping stuff, because it could, I guess you can walk over the bridge too. You must be able to, mustn't you? I guess.
I don't know, mate.
So if you drop things, you could give someone a head injury or whatever. So I guess it's all about safety. I'm sure someone said to us it was 200 quid. Wasn't that rich? I don't know. But,
I'm sure that when Oprah Winfrey did it with Hugh Jackman and all that, they let her take a camera out there.
Well, Oprah Winfrey's a bit different.
I think it's favouritism, to be honest.
Amanda said, have you got Fab Time? Have you got excursions organised? We have. Can you remember what they are?
Yes. We're going to Kangaroo Island.
Yes.
We're going to a hotel in Bali, which is like an all-inclusive place for a beach day. What's it called? I want to say Nauru or something like that.
Yeah, we wanted to see what the beach is like in Bali, and we've also got a day in Ubud, I think it's called, isn't it? Ubud.
And we've got like a sightseeing thing in Sydney. We've got
yeah, we have.
Oh my god, I can't remember. I think I do.
Yeah,
I'll
we've got
remember
some national parks.
Yeah, some at national park.
Yeah, is it Esperance?
Yeah, we're going
koala hunting,
shark riding.
No, we're not
on Bondi Beach.
You know, we're not big sea lovers at the best time, and we're a bit scared of the sea in Australia, aren't we? I don't think we'll be. We're not
going in that sea.
We'll just stick to the Azamara Quest little pool.
I'll send Carole in first. With some tomato sauce on her arm.
Oh dear. Amanda says she can't wait to see Paulie do the early morning lives. Look. Yes, I think we're gonna have to do that. Oh, Paul, yes, he's off to Fingal on Saturday. Can't believe it's when England play. Oh, bad planning. But Fingal looks amazing. And in Scotland, they're not.
Where's Fingal?
Fingal's the ship in Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought, yeah.
So
the Scottish are fine about it, honestly. There's like been a few things on TikTok, and they're just saying how much they've been loving England's performance and how Harry Kane doesn't dive. So yeah.
Anyway, enough about the football. Sandra's saying P&O Ulster's budget line. They bought old Prince. Yes, Princess and Holland America ships. I thought that. But yeah, that's good that cruising's back there though. So that's brilliant. And Claire's saying I own only difference between a couple of thousand to full capacity with Buffet and Santa. Otherwise, it was all good. Yeah, it would be really interesting to see. So
I like that Buffet Insanity.
We've seen that sometimes.
I might have
haven't
to
we?
steal that and use it in the blog.
And Nigel's here.
Sorry, it sounds like a thumbnail, doesn't it? Ooh.
Buffet Insanity.
Yeah, big picture of Iona.
Is that a good?
Well, Gary Bembridge is watching. He's going to steal that. Now, isn't he? Buffet Insanity.
Yes!
Oh yeah, I'm all over that.
We've been working on our thumbnails and stuff,
yeah.
but we're doing something a bit different.
On your fingernails.
On your fingernails. Have a wonderful trip. Look forward to the series. Yes, thanks, Nigel. And Pip's here saying having a fabulous trip too.
Tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much, Pip. And Regina Mans, the remote live stream is fab. So, Sheila saying, seeing as you haven't packed yet, what time are you hoping to leave tomorrow? Our nephew's taking us to the airport. My niece is moving in. Our nephew's taking us to the airport because we didn't want to pay parking for 34 days. We thought that'd be a bit crazy. So about midday, isn't it?
It would have been cheaper if we were going to do the 30 odd days parking, just to take the car there and just never ever pick it up. Just saying, no, just keep it, mate.
Sue's saying, going to be a fantastic trip. So look for following you both on this journey. Yeah, we're so excited but nervous. Cruising for one is I went to Adelaide to go for a business trip back in 96. I think unfortunately it was off season. Okay, well, hopefully we're going at the right time of. Oh, that's interesting too. Tom and Dom. Hi there, guys. Tom's parents go on Discovery tomorrow, reposition. They put their new refurbed cabins. Yeah, be interesting to see because it's had a good overhaul, hasn't it? So that'll be interesting to see what difference they are. So yeah, and Amanda saying we talked about Madeira with Dave McGee, wasn't it? Saying how amazing the Christmas lights turn on we're looking to cruise to Madeira for New Year. Yeah, apparently it's brilliant. We've never done it, but I've heard really good things. That the firework display is pretty spectacular.
And the cake's supposed to be good as well.
The cake, yeah. And Sue said we're doing Madeira and Morella for New Year's Eve. So Sue's going.
Yeah.
So
we'll have a meetup.
And the cruise boys are here. Hi guys. They've just got a little puppy which looks so cute. So I hope she's not. I think it's she. Is it Elsie? I think hopefully she's not misbehaving too much. But I bet Josh is loving it. So hi Josh, if you're watching.
We've just had my son come around and he's got a little spaniel called Alfie.
Yeah, it's so cute.
He came here and ran around like a lunatic for about half an hour, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't spoil him at all though.
Yes. So yes, it's a TARDIS we need, not a time machine.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yes, that's what I need. So if anyone knows where I can get one. Doctor Who? Who? So and Cruz says, wait until you finish flight, says Killer. First time I didn't know what time it was up, down. Yeah, I know. We're trying to be positive about it, but
what we haven't done this time is every time we go away, it's always nice to meet up with friends when you get back. And invariably, Carole has arranged to meet somebody either the day we get back or the next day.
Yeah.
And I think after 5 years of doing this and us not turning up for any of them, we haven't made any arrangements this time.
We always turn up. We're just shattered.
We don't. We get back and we phone them up and they usually say, yes, I know. You're absolutely knackered and you're not coming out. Yes, okay. See you next week. No.
We get home, our next night out is with some very good friends on Sunday.
What Sunday?
The Sunday we get back. I haven't told you about that. Anyway, Graham saying hello from Brisbane.
Are you serious?
But we get back in the midweek.
Oh, I thought you meant we get back on the Sunday and we're meeting. Oh, that's all right. Should have recovered by then.
Yeah, it's like about 4 hours after. No, it's not. Graham said, we look forward to going on Queen Elizabeth. Oh, I love Queen Elizabeth. Enjoy your trip. We're finding it early enough to be on the live feed. Yes. So thanks for joining, Graham. Appreciate that. Queen Elizabeth, well, Cunard we love. And fabulous ship, isn't it, Queen Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yeah, so enjoy.
Despite our recent cabin tour release.
Yeah, we've had some bizarre things in our cabins with...
That's got to be my favourite ever. We were trying to think, and I hate clickbait, and I really do. And, you know, if you put something in a thumbnail, then it should be in that video. You know, like, oh, well, you won't believe what happened. So what happened then? Well, I went on a cruise, didn't I? Yeah, but you know, that's clickbait, mate. But our thumbnail was filthy, dirty, and how together with string,
which it was.
And my brother on the Queen
Victoria,
he said, "His first night, get a good night's sleep, bro." Well, not really. So there was something banging. He said, "I don't know what it was," and their cabin was actually in front of the bridge, wasn't it?
It was
just in front of the bridge. So I don't know, that's a bit weird. And so I'll come across, we'll have a look. So we went out on the balcony, and the dividing doors, so to the left it was cabins, and they were the last cabins. So to the right hand side,
the left wasn't a cabin, it was a partition that went onto crew area right on the bow of the ship. Yeah.
To the left was the cabin. I'm looking out to sea. To the left was the cabin. To the right was an area where the crew sat.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the wrong side.
Yes. And the partitioning door, which should have like a proper lock with and then they put a door handle in it to open it. It looked like somebody had thrown a plate of food at it, and it was just all running down there and all gone hard where it hadn't been cleaned for that long. And instead of having a proper lock where you would insert a handle in, there was a piece of string holding it in place. And bearing in mind, we were going across the Bay of Biscay. So that was like banging, as Blackadder would say.
Fabulous.
That was banging like a privy door when something was in town. I can't remember what the saying was.
Anyway.
Yes, so very, very disappointed with that on Cunard, but everything else about it was fabulous.
Yes. Part of another accessible cabin that we were on, Queen Mary 2, which was just not fit for purpose. However, that's, you know, the point of doing cabin tours is to show you the good and the not so good, to see what would suit you, because what cabins suit us or our family may well suit you. Because
there was a gentleman earlier saying they're going on their, or I can't remember if it was a gentleman or a lady, said they were going on their first cruise as a disabled person. Yeah. Well, if they ended up in that cabin that my dad and sister was in, that had a speed bump in the middle of the room, I would be gutted for it.
Yeah.
And somebody said to us, no, I'm just saying across the board. So if they looked at our cabin reviews and saw that, well, there's no way they would be booking that cabin. And we had somebody say to us, oh, it just seems like all you want to do is moan about stuff. No. And it's like, well, if I said to you this cabin's fabulous and you ended up in it, I don't think you'd be very happy with us, because it was horrible. Really
but have a fabulous time, Graham.
Yeah, sorry, Graham, I went on a bit of a tangent.
We've cruised with Cunard quite a lot of times now, and out of all the time, we've just had those two issues, haven't we?
Yes.
Sandra's saying, look, there is penguins with Phillip Island, which is the trip we were talking about the other day. They walk up the beach.
Oh. So
that's exciting. Patrick Franz say, well, we have a wonderful time. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Catherine's here. So even everyone we did Madeira as a land-based holiday a few years ago, it's beautiful. We loved the whole in the one music pub and the Fort restaurant in the old town. Madeira is beautiful. It really is. Yeah. And Karen also went on the Silhouette and was converted to celebrity. So and cruise when I love Caribbean Princess, but still reasonable for that ship. We'll have to have a look. I think it's just trying to find oh, Amanda's here. Amanda's one of our patrons, and she said, hi guys, trying to get hello to you from QM2. You know how great the connection is. Amanda's on her way back over the Atlantic. Over the Atlantic.
She's doing a transatlantic.
Well,
I think that's what Carol's trying to say.
Amanda's actually done a transatlantic, gone down to the Caribbean, come back up, and she's back again. So it's it's the famous 28 Cunard trip that we would love to do.
28 day?
That's what I said.
No, you said it's the famous 28 Cunard trip.
Oh, okay.
You edit words out sometimes when you get excited.
I do. So that's great that you could join us, Amanda. So it had been a little bit rocky, so hopefully it'll settle down and you get home safe, because I think you get in tomorrow, or is it on the day we're flying to Singapore? So that'll be Friday. What day is it today?
We fly Saturday. We fly Friday. It's Wednesday today.
Yeah, we're off to Heathrow tomorrow. So thanks for that, Amanda. And Cunard Wi-Fi, I can't believe that, because that didn't work for us, did it? So brilliant. So thank you so much. And Aurobox was on at full capacity. I noticed the lack of staff. We've heard a lot of feedback regarding that. Amanda's asked us about adult only versus family. For us, because Lucas, my stepson Paul's son's grown up now, adult only suit us because we don't travel with kids. But if you've got family, then, you know, the needs are very different, hasn't it? Paul has a lot to teach. I can't remember that.
She must be on about a different Paul on here. There's a few Pauls popped up today. Can't be me. Catherine Reese, come to South Wales for a meetup. We do love Cardiff.
Yes, we do love Cardiff.
Cardiff's fab.
Yeah, we'd like a night out in Cardiff. And a meetup at the Keys. Yeah, because stop going to close the Calvin Klein store at the same time. Yes.
So everyone's a winner. Well, Calvin Klein's definitely a winner if everybody's going to stock up there. But...
Yeah, Gary saying that's the game they play when they're on board. Spot the floggers. Oh. Pat saying have a great time. I'm just conscious of the time. The hour goes so quick, doesn't it? I kept Paul and Carole saying from Esperance through the Great Austrian Bight, it can be rough. Yes, like the Bay of Biscuits. Yes, we have heard that, haven't we? So
Sandra's even found out the bridge climb is 348
Australian dollars. So that's double, isn't it?
So
pound.
That is about £280.
I thought.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
not.
580 divided. It's 190 pound is my guess.
A person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I won't even open my eyes.
No.
So, but thanks for that, Sandra. Appreciate that. Oh, Emma Cruz here. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Brilliant. So, and Carole's arrived. You know, miss you. Yes, sorry, we throw out a bit, don't we, with changing our days. But we're at the airport tomorrow, and we can never rely on Wi-Fi and stuff. So we thought we could have a chat with you all before we went. At least we know we're good to go. So, but thanks for joining. And Emma says she's so excited for us. Thank you. Emma did a great. Emma's recently been on Azamara, and it was really good. We met up near Brighton, didn't we?
Yes.
And caught up, and so she's made us even more excited about it because.
So just laughing, Jerry's
yeah. Do a meetup at Blackpool because it's just like Sydney Harbour. Do you know? But there is one place I've been to Blackpool on girly hen weekends and stuff, and had some mad times. But there is. I would always love to go and dance at the Blackpool Tower. I would love to do that after watching Strictly.
Sit then, Jerry. As long as you can dance, you're all right, mate.
Right. So let's see, because we're a little bit over now. So let's have a look. Yeah, the cruise boys talking about their little puppy. So, Emma says she found a bra in her Cunard cabin, a giant one, not mine.
Might have been mine.
Kathy did as well, didn't she? Remember that?
Yeah.
What is it with people leaving their bras?
I know.
How bizarre. I love your T-shirt, Paul. That's his old famous St. Lucia.
Not saying I like to keep clothes a long time. I was over there. I won this shirt in a singing competition in St. Lucia. And that was 25 years ago.
I know.
And it still fits me. What you can't see is it's up to just below there.
So, Amanda said, appreciate honesty. That's why I watched it. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, we try to say it how it is. So that's good. Sonia said there's also penguins on Kangaroo Island. Now, who'd have thought? Isn't there?
But is there kangaroos on Penguin Island?
Don't know about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's just quickly see if you've got a bit of stuck at home. You go and enjoy yourselves. And large Negronis doing it. You told them off because they didn't have a note once, didn't you?
Well,
So,
I need to see it. I've just taken your word for it that you've got a note. I need to see it.
Regina Man saying have safe travels, and so is Lars. We're going to have a great time. And Cruising Gaze is saying we found some used Clark's slippers under our bed on QM2.
Well, they were Clark's,
Used
though.
Clark's, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
it's
I'll tell
gone
you
over the
something,
hour.
But just imagine how fast you could run in a pair of Clark's slippers. I bet you could
Why would you want to run?
Couldn't you remember Peter Kay said, how fast can you run in slippers? Well, Clark slippers, they'd be like Usain Bolt, wouldn't it?
I suppose.
That's a tangent for you, isn't it, really?
Oh, and Sue said, enjoy. Love you too. Thank you so much. And Paul said, having a fabulous time. We will. We're going to sign off. Things get. Look forward to your reviews. And yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes. So, because Carole will sit here waffling all night.
No.
So, thank you ever so much, everybody, for watching. It's always a pleasure and never a chore.
Yes,
It's flown by again.
It has.
And,
we're off to Heathrow tomorrow, so and
we're having our
fly.
COVID tests Thursday. If we fail them, we'll see you Friday night for a live.
Yes. No, it should be fine. Yes, so we fly on Friday and then we get Singapore on Saturday. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be with you, in touch with you very soon. We'll be posting on our Facebook and Instagram. So if you're not following us there and you're on those platforms, then please do follow us there. And like you say, we're going to try and get our vlogs there and do some lives while we're there.
And just one shameless plug before we go. All our patrons, thank you very much for patronising.
Yes.
And we've now got a new tier. So have a look at that, see what you think. We've
added some tiers, so that have different perks.
Not these sort of mine.
No. But anyway, thank you ever so much for everyone coming. Good night for now, and we'll speak to you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.